Hey everyone, I want to talk to you about one of the many industries that we work in here in franchising with our team at FranCoach, why it may be a great fit for you, but why it may not, and how to know the difference. There is never ever one best franchise or one best industry, but there are some amazing possibilities out there. So we're going to talk through a few of them today. So first off, why listen to us? My name's Tim Parmeter. I'm the founder and CEO of FranCoach. We've been around for almost a decade now. We're a national search firm dedicated to help people find the best franchise to own. But if I rewind that just a second, what our number one goal is to help people get properly educated on franchise ownership. So one of the main industries out there when people think about franchising is what? What's the first thing that pops to mind? McDonald's, Subway, da-da-da-da. It's food. And so even within food, there's a huge range of things, but it's the one thing, probably the most common industry people equate to franchising. And well, why is that? Well, because a lot of the places we frequent are franchises, whether we realize it or not. Whether it's McDonald's, Taco Bell, all of those things kind of at the top of the food chain, or your big full service restaurant things that are multi-million dollars, big brands, everybody knows them, but also huge footprints, multi-million dollar investments, right? With all of these things. That's the one end of the extreme. But food can kind of keep rolling down. Now start thinking about everything that's in a strip mall. So is that a kind of a fast casual, right? QSR thing? Think of all of the places you go have a sandwich or a burger or a slice of pizza or Asian or Mexican, all of those things. 2,000, 2,500 square foot location, pretty simple build out. It's a niche. I'm going there because I want a sandwich. I'm going there because I want a burrito, right? Whatever it might be, we kind of know what we're getting. A little higher quality than say a McDonald's or a Taco Bell. You're usually going to pay a little bit more for it, a little more customizable, those type of things. But then you can also kind of roll back into food from a standpoint of maybe it's something that's really a lot healthier than our friends at McDonald's. It's a smoothie, it is acai, it's any sort of kind of high level health. What if we want to go the other direction? Some ice cream, it's a cookie, it's a yogurt, it's the sweet treat type of things. And then beverages, whether it's coffee, a lot of kind of like customizable coffee things now, soda related things. Again, kind of all of those different pieces to come into play. All the different niches within there. And the other thing I always want to remind people is when you think about franchising, we sell cheeseburgers, right? We make you a sandwich, we make burritos. Just because they look the same to the consumer, in most cases, they can be somewhere between different and vastly different from one another behind the scenes. Those behind the scenes things are going to be huge differentiators and what would be the right fit for somebody, but there are also things that aren't Googleable. How do you know if this is for you? Well, one, you got to be coming to the table with some money, right? So anything that has a retail component, even if it's in a strip mall, just think typically $100,000 to $150,000 cash. And then usually as a total investment, sometimes you can get some under 500,000, maybe it's in a 354 if we're not actually cooking stuff. Sometimes we can get that, 350, 400. But also what does that mean? When we talk about total investment, this is a very important phrase. Total investment is three things. It's the franchise fee. It's all of the cost to get the business open on day one, but it also is going to include 3 to 6 months operating capital once the business is open. So just know that you're going to be in that range. Some food things are okay with you doing a single unit. The majority of people are going to own something food. They're going to do multiples of them just from a scalability standpoint. So why might food be a good fit for you? Well, you like the shiny object. We're always going to eat. I don't care what the niche is, we're always going to eat. If you like the physical space and people coming to you out in the community and connect, but your customers are coming to you. You're going to have a largely unskilled staff, might be high school kids, college kids, whatever. You are teaching them, hey, this is how we roll the burrito. This is how we make the sandwich, right? Those type of things. Easy, tradable, repeatable things that you're going to teach your staff. And you're gonna have a lot going on, right? There's an inventory, right? Like our cups, our napkins, all the products, everything in there. It's got to look amazing in there at all times. If you don't feel like cleaning your house and you want to go a couple weeks without cleaning your house, have at it. I'm not coming to visit, but have at it. You cannot do that with your business. It's got to look spotless, especially if we're coming in there to eat, people, right? So you really have to have that mindset. Are you going to be a full-time owner and you're going to be in and very hands-on? Some franchises require that. So you've got to be very comfortable. The old Dunkin' Donuts thing, right? Like, hey, it's time to make the donuts, right? You've got to be ready and willing and able to do that. Some will allow you to be semi-absentee, right? So now you're going to spend, maybe 10, 15 hours a week managing your managers. But again, you got to keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on. So are we staying up on the marketing or the financial side of things, the inventory? Is everything being run as efficiently as possible, right? So again, even within there's a lot of different variances with that. And then in most cases, if you're full-time, you're probably going to want to grow and have multiple of these. So if one costs you 500, guess what? 3 of them eventually is going to cost you 1.5. Give or take. It's a little bit less for 2 and 3, but not much, right? So you've got to have that kind of that growth mindset with food. But again, it's a great thing because it's never going away. We're always going to go eat. People are going to come to you. You've got the brand awareness. Again, the location side, franchises are going to help you with. You're going to have a big staff. Probably going to have a little bit more turnover anytime it's unskilled, even if you're the greatest leader and building this amazing culture, you're gonna have a little turnover. So you've gotta be comfortable with that. And then again, just a lot of moving parts of here's our bread, here's our meat, here's our cheese, here's our stuff, like that. You've gotta be able to stay on top of all of that. If that sounds like, man, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to get out of bed tomorrow to go do that. Okay, then we really may be onto something, given we have the financial capabilities. If not, even if you have the financial side of things, if you're hearing all that and you're like, ooh, man, that's a lot. Okay, well, just because that's what we know is food doesn't mean that's what's going to be the best fit. And we say this all the time to people, but clients that we work with that become franchise owners, almost every single time they start a franchise, it's in an industry they have little to no experience in. It's a franchise that wasn't on their radar when we started working with them. And oftentimes it's a franchise they didn't even know existed before we got started. So when you come rolling in and you got some money in your pocket and you know food, it sounds cool, it sounds exciting. Could it be the thing for you? Absolutely. Could it be not because of those things? Absolutely. Again, this is all about what's best for you. It's your get out of bed test. You're the one that's got to get out of bed tomorrow and go run this business. Are you cut out for food? Do you have everything that it's going to take to be able to manage an operation with multiple different moving parts all over the place? And are you in a position financially to pull it off? If so, let's talk. Let's find you an amazing food franchise. And if you hear all of that and you're good financially to have something food related, but man, that seems like a lot, then that's what we're here for. Find us at FranCoach.net. We're here to help find you that best thing, whether it is one of the just literally hundreds of amazing things out there that touch the food category. Maybe it's something else. Let's talk today, help you create your better tomorrow.